Alright, so first delivery of the new location is a new desk. That's going to be fun to put it together. Alright, we have another delivery. This is a neutron power lithium battery, 100 amp hour battery, and that essentially replaces these two batteries that were in parallel. And I'm glad they don't work so well. It was shorting out on my on my seats there. That battery is knackered. These were in parallel. That battery has dropped a cell. This one's good for about 60 amp hours. So they might go to scrap to offset the cost of this. This is money I couldn't really afford to spend, but this is my solar backup battery. Let's get this inside and have a look. Well, I still haven't found my tripod yet, so the donations and deliveries are going to be a little bit different here. And I need to find my solar regulator and make sure it actually does lithiums, otherwise I'm up for another 250 bucks. I paid about 500 and something dollars for this in large because it was going to cost about $600 for two new deep cycle batteries. And this had a 5-year warranty instead of a 3-year warranty. Oh, we've got terminals and covers. That's very nice. I like the idea of having insulated covers for the terminals. There's our battery now. We're going to have to pull this out of the box. Alright, we have it out of the box. There's thread protectors in here. The bottom of it feels a bit hollow, but it does feel considerably weighty. I don't know what the actual weight is on this. I could probably check the box, I guess. But it is certainly much lighter than two 44 kilogram AGM batteries. So this, I'm told it's a roughly equivalent to 180 amp hours of AGM batteries, which, given that the depth with which you can discharge these and the voltage they hold until the end, different charge profile. So this might be much better for running the desk here that I'm setting up and all the extra bits and pieces. This is my test battery that goes through here and also through all of this stuff, and also my backup battery when we have power outages, which happens a lot here. But we've just moved house and I'm still getting set up, so we will probably do some videos on this as well. But good stuff. Let me check the weight. So the weight on the box listed as 11 kilos. That's considerably better than, what is it, 44 kilos a piece for the other ones. Okay, more deliveries. We have an extender rail. We had the option of silver or black, and my wife said the black one looked bigger, so we got the black one. That'll be good, because we're not allowed to permanently install a shower rail in a rental. We have short pieces of timber, which are really nice because I make lots of stuff out of this. And these are just about the right length to do all sorts of things with. And they're pre-cut at Bunnings. We also have a selection of shelf brackets because the new desk we had to take the corner bracing off, so we're putting shelf brackets on everything. And curtain rails for the extender rod. And I found my old regulator and I'm learning how to program that for the new lithium iron phosphate battery. Anyway, let's see what else we get. Alright, some more deliveries. We've got some Anderson plugs, some heat shrink tubing for solar power plugs, and we've got some matting. Hopefully this will go under my seat here and help dull some of the echo and protect the floors, because it's a rental. Anyway, we'll see what else we get. Alright, we're in the middle of a project and I just paid 44 bucks for something I probably could have made, which is a 50 amp 8 gauge Y branch splitter to connect the two solar panels into that system down there. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, something I've been looking for a while are these things. Bunnings finally have them and they're falling apart. But they fit along this little rail along the back here. And the ones I've had for many years are falling apart. They're being like crumbling away. They're not UV stable. Gonna put some of these up. And we got some zip ties. So let's see how we go. Alright, we've got another delivery has arrived. This is at the new location. And we're finally starting to get things set up. Let's see what we have in here. A bunch of things. Now, what did we get? So these are NFC stickers. We'll have a look at them in more detail. I've got a couple of NFC pucks as well, little plastic ones. We have a bunch of magnets in little plastic things. I think these are magnet glass. This is just, I had some, oh, that lit up for the touchscreen. I'll check out that in a second. I had a little bit of money left on a gift card that came by way of doing a survey with YouTube, so this was using it up. Oh, these are little voltmeters. These are much tinier than I expected. These are for like lithium batteries. They have like 4 lights that tell you what the voltage is. They will be handy when I do a little watch project. Now, this is a bit bent, but this is like a thread gauge and hole size gauge. We've got another USB-C fast charger here. This is for a lighter socket. Wow, they just... I'm pretty sure these guys have got shares in plastic companies or something. Ah, right. So yeah, so that's another USB fast charger. We'll get rid of that. That bag's not much good to me. This thingy just lit up. I'm shocked at that being on in the packet. I don't even remember what this is. And it's not going to come open easy. Where is a blade? Let's take a blade here and open this. See what we've got. Here we go. So this appears to be a little watch. It reckons it's Saturday at 4:21. There's a little screen thingy on it. How does this charge? Does it charge? Or is it disposable batteries? So it's obviously just like a little watch or timepiece or something that's designed to clip onto things. I don't know. Yeah, it's a pendant, well, LED pendant watch, water resistant to 10 meters, made in China. Well, yeah, well, we know we ordered it from China. I don't know how it charges. I think it might just use a disposable battery. That's interesting. These little NFC thingies, these were very, like, cheap. But we should be able to program these guys up. These are just little tiny pucks. So that'll be good. These are the actual stickers. So these are sticker. Whoa, we've got a whole heap of these. There's like 50 or so of them in here. And these should be just like the little security tags, but they're programmable. So that will be fun to see what we can do with those. Definitely lends itself to some portable shenanigans, I would guess. Yeah, so that's what we've got today. We'll see what else we get later, but we'll be back with another delivery. Okay, so update on the watch module. It uses a couple of LR44 batteries, and it does come apart. It's basically just the guts out of a watch. Not surprising, but I've got to remember how to program this thing. Anyway, all right, we're going to try and just write to one of these little NFC tags here. Oh, that's a blank one. So we've got to use something else for that. Alright. I wonder if we can write anything to it. We'll find out. Okay, so checking with NFC tools on my phone, they are writable. Yeah, I needed to decode the other card that I copied, so we'll work on that later. But yes, these are writable little tags. I'll play with them at some other point. Now, for the sticky NFC cards, or NFC tags, I put this one in the back of the card holder that holds business cards. So when I'm walking around, if somebody encounters me and they go, oh, what's your YouTube channel? I have business cards. Also stuck a few on the back of a couple of these for the people that are technologically advanced enough. They should be able to scan them in. And I have a spare phone here. We're going to try and unlock this and see if it will actually do the job. Alright, let's see if I just scan this on the back of it. There we go. And it should go use browser. And it should go through to the Aussie Repair Guy channel and try and sub to it. There you go. It has a sub link. So, they can just tap the business cards now. Alright, we have another delivery from China showed up with identifying information all over it. So we're going to slash this open and see what's in it. Alright, let's see what we have in here. Some random things in here looking at this. What have we got? These are GoPro feet or shoes or whatever you want to call them. Alright, yes, I have broken a bunch of these and I needed some more. So these are good, and these are the like double-sided sticky pads for them. So I'll attach some of these at some point. I have spare GoPro mounts. That means better camera angles are coming. Alright, we have another new delivery and it's just arrived. I'm going to unbox in a second, but pretty sure it's a new monitor. This one here got some big scratches in it that you probably can't see from here, but it's bothering me. And these Dell P190S monitors are really cheap. I can get them for about 20 bucks a pop. So I got another one and let's unbox. Alright, we have it on the desk and I'm not sponsored by the senders here, but it's Reboot IT and I've been buying stuff from them for a very long time. And they're good mobs. They do like refurbished computer gear with a laser cutter. Here is monitor, and they sent me a power lead. That's good. No signal lead, but that doesn't matter. I don't need one. All right. So now we can put this in. Now this should be more or less the same. This has got a little bit of a scratch on it, but not nearly as bad as the other ones. Looks more or less the same. And it's got the 4 screws in the back, so I can just put it back on. Oh, this one's a VGA only. Oh, this one doesn't have DVI. Oh, it's not a P190S, it's a different model. It's, well, this might go out to the shed anyway, it didn't cost me that much. It's an E190S, not a P190S. So they put it in as the wrong model number, but that's okay, I can still use this. But it's a VGA only, which is kind of annoying. Either way, 20 buck monitor. Can't complain. Alright, I've got my illumination lights up and running again. I found this at the local Uniting op shop. Well, they gave it to me for about 10 bucks, I think. But yeah, this is an RAR cap badge. And yeah, I used to be part of that as a reservist, but yeah, used to be a light horseman. So interesting stuff. I might put this on my shoulder bag if I can find a spot to fit it. It'd be a good one. Anyway, we'll see what else we get. Alright, for this delivery we're outside and it's a windy day. We have a big spool of corrugated conduit, an extension lead, an eye bolt and a random mailbox. Probably connected to this. We'll see how that goes in a later video. Okay, so another delivery. I've lost my tripod. I've got to find it again. So this one's at a bit of a different angle. And this might be a very timely delivery because I'm in the process of doing stuff. Wow, they on-forwarded stuff and put 2 in the one bag, really? Okay. But I'm doing things with fibre optic cable at the moment, so if we're lucky, that's what these will be. Have a look. Yes, they look like multi-mode fibre couplers. That'll be good, because I need to join some fibre soon. So we've got the little plugs in there as well, so hopefully this works. These look like they're meant to fit in a keystone jack too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so hopefully we will have fibre in our future. I think that's what the other one is. It's probably another one of the same. If I'm a malarkey, it is indeed. So we have 2 multi-mode fibre couplers. Not expensive, but it's pretty hard to join fibre if you don't have them. So anyway, we'll see what else we get. Okay, a couple of deliveries, and we're in a different location for these. We have some OM3 10 gigabit fibre, full 25 meters of it. That will be useful for the house, and a HDMI coupler. And if you're interested in this backdrop and you hang around to the end of this video, there will be a time lapse. Anyway, let's see what else we get. Alright, we have a couple of deliveries arrived, some of which are cord grippers, and in the same tone as cable management, we've got one of these thingies. It's a cable protector. I have a Cat 5 cable, or Cat 6 cable, and a fibre optic cable, 10 gigabit one, to protect in the main walkway, because we live in a rental. So that should protect them. Anyway, we'll see what else we get. Alright, another delivery, some A23 batteries, because the last one went flat. These would be good. I can use these on the remotes for the remote control power points that I have, and hopefully remotely control some power points. Anyway, let's see what else shows up. Alright, Bunnings trip with some extra bits and bobs for the job. Hopefully we'll be able to get the job done today. Alright, we've had some more deliveries that have just showed up, one of which is a little sensing beam kit, perimeter beam. We've got some connectors, and we have a full box of other stuff here. We're in the middle of doing a job. Flap wheel, grinding wheels, few bolts, more nuts and bolts. I would normally itemize these, but we're under the pump today. We do have some tips for a MIG welder as well, so lots of interesting stuff happening. Best part of these is this side takes AAA batteries. I don't have to run an extra wiring loom on the other side, and it is adjustable by the looks. These aren't too bad. Alright, so it's a wet and rainy day, but fortunately I live walking distance from a J-car shop now, and for the first time in about probably 8 years I've had to buy batteries. So I have bought AAAs and AA's, and these do the job, in part because the formerly received item here I used my last two commercial grade batteries on, so I needed more. And more heat shrink tubing. I have some, it's buried in the shed after the move. And a project box, because I went to use my other project box and it had a random bunch of holes in it. So yeah, we're going to use that for stuff today. Alright, see what else we get.